Microsoft opens the availability of Windows 365. AMD finally moves on to LGA sockets for AM5. Whereas Google announces the Pixel 6 and Thunderbolt 5 accidentally leak via Twitter. What's up guys, welcome to Sunday Tech or Tech Sunday, whatever you wanna call it. I'm your host Hiren and I've got some very interesting and hot news here with me, so let's dive in. Starting with Microsoft opening Windows 365 availability, a cloud PC setup which allows customers to stream Windows 10 or 11 via a web browser. You can get differently spec'd virtual machines for different prices. So the lowest is starting at $31 with 2 virtual CPUs, 4GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. And the most expensive costing north of $160 and has 8 virtual CPUs, 32GB of RAM and 512GB of storage. Now obviously this is not something for gamers, this is for business-oriented companies, firms. And then again, why am I saying this? Because it's pretty obvious, because I know some of you are going to be like, why is this even here? Like, who's gonna use this? There's gonna be a lot of latency. Just stop, this is not for you. This is totally different. Do you even see a graphics card here? No need to ask. For the newly announced AM5 socket by AMD, they decide to go with an LGA socket, that is a LAN grid array. This means, like Intel, new AMD CPUs will not have pins on them, but instead, these pins will be on the motherboard, so it's different. The reason that AMD hadn't changed LGA before was apparently the pins on the CPU were thicker, so the voltage could be more stable or something like that. But the problem of this configuration is that if those pins bend or get destroyed, your CPU is gone. It's a lot more expensive part than the motherboard usually, so having the pins on the motherboard and having the motherboard destroyed rather than the CPU is a lot more affordable option. Well, not an option, but a lot more affordable accident. But now since AMD has moved on to LGA, we no longer have that issue, so that's an improvement. Google announces their new Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro, following the huge amount of leaks that were going on. Unlike the last few years for Pixels, Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro are gonna have a major redesign, including a new Tensor chip made by Google themselves, a new configuration of cameras that is a horizontal configuration with the latest camera lenses, not like the old ones or like the previous Pixel phones which had the last generation cameras or the cameras of the last generation Pixel phones. Also, the phone has a new and modern look, almost bezel-less screen and a single punch hole camera. Another major thing is that the Pixel 6 will have Android 12 out of the box, so it'll probably be the first phone to have Android 12. Well, a lot of Google Pixel phones have already got the beta updates, so kinda. Pixel 5a to be released exclusively in the US and Japan on August 26th for $450 and will only be available for purchase in online or physically available in Google stores only. I had no idea why it's exclusive to these two regions, but we have Pixel 6. As you guys remember, last week we had a beta update for the upgrade of the PlayStation 5 SSD. So now Mark Cerny has tweeted out his favorite SSD, well, not kind of favorite SSD, but his upgrade to his PlayStation 5. It is a 7000 megabytes per second WD Black SN850 NVMe SSD. Now this does not mean that you have to get the same SSD for any reason, because this is definitely an overkill purchase, so get something cheaper and I'm sure your games will run pretty much the same as any other SSDs. Now here's something pretty interesting. Intel's executive Gregory Bryant accidentally leaks information about the Thunderbolt 5. Though the tweet was immediately deleted, the pictures were already received and analyzed. In the picture, we can see the words 80G PHY technology, referencing a physical connector that offers 80 gigabit per second connection. So Thunderbolt 5, because Thunderbolt 4 offers 40 gigabit per second connection. And we know that for every generational improvement, Thunderbolt gives twice the speed of the last generation. So that means it was 40 gigabit for 4th generation. Now Thunderbolt 5 would be 80 gigabit. So kind of a no-brainer. So we are gonna get a Thunderbolt 5 and we pretty much don't know when. Be ready for that. Now some good news for people who do Instagram Shorts, TikTok and stuff. YouTube Shorts Fund has been introduced, which is kind of like a beta monetization for select YouTube Short creators with the highest engagement or views, if that makes sense. So basically, YouTube Shorts beta monetization has arrived and soon we will see Shorts officially become a monetary platform, very much like the regular YouTube. So all those people who move from TikTok to YouTube Shorts, after it's banned in your country, you just might start earning some money, so great job. Here's something for the console people. The PlayStation 5 sales destroys the PlayStation 4 sales. 10 million PlayStation 5 consoles have been sold by now, so it's outpacing the PlayStation 4 sales by 2 to 3 million. That's insane considering not many people who want it got it. Wait a second. If these many consoles are sold and people are not getting their consoles, then where are these consoles actually going? Who are buying it? Where? To whom? Where? Speaking of sales, Nvidia completely destroys AMD's sales of their new gen GPUs, with Steam showing that even the RTX 3090 alone has a higher share than the whole RX 6000 series GPU lineup. Now, the word sale is kinda used with an asterisk here because not all GPUs are bought for gaming, you know? And also, not all gamers have Steam. This still shows the kind of dominance Nvidia has over the gaming GPU market, and that AMD still has ways to go. I mean, come on. Second generation ray tracing, DLSS 2.0, who wouldn't pick that? Who wouldn't pick Nvidia? But let's hope that in the future, AMD comes up with something that will outperform or at least compete a lot more with Nvidia than what we have now. Fingers crossed for that. Are you bored not being able to talk to your friends while looking them in the eye while they're wearing their VR headset? Well, fret not, my friends. Facebook has come to the rescue with their new Passthrough VR technology. And now, you can seriously be freaked out by looking at your friends' unnatural and freaky looking eyes through the VR headset. This is of course experimental. I don't see any practical reason for this technology. And well, maybe I'm not right about this, but what do you think though? Do you like this video till now? If you do, please consider subscribing for more Sunday Tech next week. Google now looking for interested companies who are likely to license their now dead Stadia's game streaming technology. After Stadia has undoubtedly become a failure, Google is now trying to get some of its money back by licensing its game streaming technology to other companies, trying to reduce its losses, so to speak. This may lead to some other companies taking up the challenge of game streaming, and who knows, maybe we will get a better game streaming service, and in the future we might have better and lower prices, more reasonable prices and better performance, lower latency and stuff. And let's hope once again. Mobile news here. Oppo announces its second gen in-display front camera technology, which looks basically flawless. It has overcome its previous flaws and challenges of having low quality image due to the immature technology used, but now it seems we are truly one step closer to totally uninterrupted mobile screen experience, without bezels and without punch-hole cameras. And finally, scammers have found a way to ban people on Instagram, and now they're leveraging this knowledge to actually make money. They basically act as a hitman and take jobs from people to ban someone's account for $60 each, which is cheap if you want to get the account of your lifetime nemesis out of your face. So, pretty cheap. This apparently works by the scammer making a new account similar to the account of the target user and getting the original account banned for impersonation. That's it for today's news, guys. Subscribe and turn on notifications for more news next week.